Good morning and welcome to a week in my life vlog that is starting at 11 o'clock on a Monday because this morning has already been a little bit chaotic. It is the last week of January, thank God. It's payday on Friday, it can't come quick enough. January is a painfully long month. It's been good so far, but it's been tough as well. I've been ill for a lot of it. I know that's really common this time of year, but it does make it a struggle when you're trying to get back into like a good routine, go to work, all of these things. You also are sort of like kickstarting your goals for the year and you want to be really productive, and being so ill when that's happening, I think just really drags you back a bit. Didn't I say I've been ill quite a lot? Yeah, I think January has, what the hell's up with my voice? January, I think, has been reasonable. I really enjoy the new year. I enjoy setting goals. I love marking the end of a year and starting a new one. We're at the end of January and I feel like I've still just been spat out the end of Christmas. Like I'm like, it's about to be February this weekend. One major thing that I wanted to do in January is I set very easy goals for myself around exercise and movement. Something that's happened for me quite a lot in the last few years is I'm getting injured so easily, and it really knocks you so quick off course. I think that's the most depressing thing when you're doing really well with goals. Particularly like exercise related goals, is you're on a roll, you're enjoying it, you're feeling good, and then bam, injury that like just shatters your plans, and it's hard to recover and figure out what to do. And sometimes I think that's when goals slip away as well. So I've really taken the pressure off this year with regards to that, and I've changed my mindset about what I want to achieve. And my focus for the next foreseeable is low impact exercise for me. So that is walking, swimming, Pilates, and don't know if this counts in the category, but climbing. I have not been climbing for probably well over a year and I absolutely love it. And last week I went to Pilates for the first time ever. It is quite competitive to get into. It's always booked up and then you have to wait for like a cancellation spot. And then I didn't book one for today because I had a big meeting at work scheduled over lunch. So I was like, right, this week I'll go swimming on Wednesday instead. I'm 2 hours out from that meeting, which I was not going to Pilates because of, and it's been cancelled and moved to Wednesday, which is when I was going to go swimming. So I jumped into my emails because I did see that I had got a couple of like cancellation, you're all like, you can get off the waiting list if you want type emails. So I've managed to get a spot at Pilates. So I wasn't expecting to be going to Pilates today, but I am happy that I'm doing it. But I think it's just making my morning feel a little bit chaotic. I got up, I made some tea, I read my book before work. I want to talk about that in a little bit. I was reading it on my Kindle, and the book I was reading was Never Let Me Go by, let me see, find the author's name. It's by Kazuo Ishiguro. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Finished that this morning. That's probably why I was also rushed to get ready for work, because I was like, oh, I'm just gonna read one chapter, and I was actually like right at the end of the book. So I ended up being like, I'm just gonna read a little bit more. And I enjoyed it, but I don't want to go on Storygraph. I don't want to rate it yet. I don't want to read anyone else's reviews because I feel like I just need some time to process it. Like, I liked it, but I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't know how to explain. It was sort of weird and interesting. So yeah, this has been my day. I've jumped into work and I just feel like the first few meetings of the day have like kind of crept on and things have changed and tasks have changed, and I'm like, hadn't even had my coffee yet. I literally started this vlog with making my cup of tea and then I was like, never mind, we've got like 3 hours of work to do. So this is the first time I'm actually getting to say hello. I'm also the only one in the house today, and Goose, my dog, needs walked. So I'm probably gonna have to take quite a long lunch because I am walking to Pilates, walking back, and then Goose is gonna need walked at that point. So yeah, gonna be a little bit of a busy afternoon. I am gonna get back into some work now, and I will catch up with you when I need to head to Pilates, which is very shortly. Running kind of late, and this teacher is a little mean, so I am scared. Socks, water bottle, completely wrinkled gym outfit, but that's okay. I'm gonna have to run here because yeah, she's kind of mean and I don't want to have to walk all the way down the front to get a mat when I'm late. So see you soon.
Hi, baby. Hi. Oh, be quiet. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? What are you doing up there?
We are back from Pilates. It was intense as expected. I actually think that one was harder than the first week I went because I was literally, I was struggling from like the, yes, is that right? I was struggling from like the literal beginning of the class. But to be fair, I feel like it's Monday and we spent like the weekend, well, not the weekend. We spent Saturday, we done tons of walking. We took Goose out into town and like all around the place. Oh, he's Goose toy. So I'm wondering if my legs were still very tired from that like 22,000 step day. Because yeah, I was struggling right from the beginning. It's so weird as well, like you don't sweat at all. But it is also like the toughest exercise class I think I've ever done. It's not on next week anyway, so I'll probably get to go swimming next week. So yeah, I'm glad because that's my second class. So I've got 2 rounds of Pilates in January, which is my first time ever trying it. Loving it. I highly suspect. What are you eating? Hi, Stinky Boy. I just noticed what he's doing. Oh, he was such a good boy. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is take this stinker out a walk. Been a very good boy waiting at home for me because he's not been the best in terms of how well he's been feeling for the last couple of weeks, and it has made us a bit more hesitant to leave him. Shall we go walkies? Does this sound good? Okay, let's go walkies. We're back. Did you have a good walk? He likes to just sit out here, I think, because it's nice and cold in the conservatory, and he gets roasty toasty after his walks. Welcome to my wee messy kitchen. We are back from Pilates and also walking Goose and changed back into our regular clothes, and it's time for lunch. So I have been logged out from work for about 2 hours now. It's one of the best things about my job is that as long as I don't have meetings that I have to be at, it's pretty much up to us like how we get our hours in throughout the day, and we have a very wide window in which we can do that. So for days like today, that has made a huge difference because I've basically logged out at 12 o'clock, 5 to 12, something like that, walked myself to Pilates, done a Pilates class, came back, grabbed Goose and taken him out a walk. So I am going to log back in and just eat while working because I could take longer if I wanted and like eat, but I actually feel like I've had enough of a break and I'm happy to just go on with it because the quicker I start back work, then the quicker I can finish up. But first I need to get some food. I'm starving. Luckily, lunch is pre-made today. I have 2 options, both from Lidl. One is spicy prawn katsu dragon rolls and one is teriyaki salmon dragon rolls. Lidl sushi is actually not terrible, and sometimes it's nice, especially the start of the week, to have like a little lunch that you can just grab and have, which is nice. I think the prawn one sounds nicer, especially with the spicy teriyaki mayonnaise, and I feel like I've worked really hard today at my Pilates class, so I'm gonna go with that one. Random question, but what do you call this where you're from? Because I would call this diluting juice. This is diluting juice in Scotland, or at least where I'm from in Scotland. Am I going to survive the afternoon? Am I going to crash from tiredness? Let's find out. Let's take our sushi and our juice and go do some work. Hello, hello, hello. It is the end of the day. Well, the end of the working day. I have been pretty much just working this afternoon, and I think I am in a good enough position that I am gonna leave it there for the day. I've logged out. I think I did a good shift in the afternoon. I was struggling as expected after lunch with the tiredness, but we managed to power through. I'm pretty knackered from Pilates, not fully like dead on my feet yet, so I'm sort of considering taking Goose out another walk. Nathan is working from the office today and he did not take the car, so he'll be getting the train home. And I might go and walk Goose to the train station to meet him and walk him home. I might prep dinner a wee bit if I have time. Let's finish up work for the day. Dinner is prepped and Nathan has just texted me and let me know that he is on the train home. So given that I still have some energy left, I don't know how, I am going to take Goose out a little extra walk and we'll go meet him at the train station. I feel like I'm just trying to power through and make myself absolutely knackered because one thing is I really struggle to fall asleep, especially on a weekday. So I really do love like just doing loads and loads of things to try and tire myself out. But yeah, I'm gonna get Goose and nip out the door and we'll go get another little walk and then we shall come home. So let's go. That's home. Look who we found. The man of the house.
It is Goose.
That is Goose. While they two are going crazy and having a little fight, I am going to practice banjo because I haven't practiced in like 2 weeks. I felt that vibrate through the banjo. You're winding him up.
Yeah.
He's winding him up. How am I meant to practice in these conditions? I am following through this book which Nathan got me for Christmas as well as the banjo, and I'm basically just trying to learn all the rolls, so like this hand and the different types of rolls that you can have to do. It's good, it's quite tricky. Like I think the thing I find the trickiest about it is having to plant a finger, because I breezed through the book the first time and then I was like learning the rolls and I was like, this is great, because I used to play guitar and I'm not used to like having to plant a finger, and I have done like finger picking before, so I didn't really realise that you had to plant your finger till at one point I read through it and it was like it's almost like a non-negotiable, one finger or two. So that has taken the most effort to start getting used to, and it feels like quite a strain on this hand. I'm assuming I'm building the muscles for it, but it is probably the hardest part. Morning and happy Tuesday. We have been up and at it this morning. I've got up, got ready, had my breakfast, fed Goose, let him out, made my coffee, so we're a lot further ahead than we were yesterday morning when I began my video. What is on the agenda for today? Honestly, probably a little bit of a carbon copy of yesterday. I don't have much planned. Work is quite quiet today. I work in sprints at my job and we are coming to the end of our sprint, so I'm not expecting today to be a massively heavy workload, so I do have a little bit more free time, which is nice. I am considering going to a line dancing class, which I haven't been to before, but we'll see. I've never been to this specific line dancing class, but I would expect it to be on the kind of lighter side in terms of effort, just because it is, again, more of like a community type class. I haven't fully decided whether I'm going to go. I would have to go to the 12 o'clock class because that's the beginners one, and that means logging out of work quite early. But as I said, I do have a slightly free day today, so we'll see. The weather is insane today. It's like 100% chance of rain all day. Possibly going to snow, and the wind is mental as well. So I am glad that I got out and gave Goose like a massive 2 long walks yesterday, and I went to Pilates, because if I don't go out today I won't feel as bad about it, but I will need to give him at minimum a small walk anyway. But yeah, I'm going to get started on work and we'll see where the day goes. Tiredness from yesterday might be hitting me now. I have less than 30 minutes to decide if I want to go to this line dancing class and book it and get ready and go. If you can't tell, I'm tired and I'm losing motivation, but I'm sort of fighting a war in my head of, I know from tomorrow onwards work is going to be quite busy and I don't think I'll have a chance to go out tomorrow to do anything exercise wise, and that's fine. I don't have to. Like, I have already achieved my goal for the week. As I've said, I'm kind of going easy on myself, and my goal is 1 low impact exercise session a week. So I did that yesterday. If you work from home full time, you will know it does get a bit stir crazy sometimes, and you can really miss just getting out and doing things and seeing other people. The weather is awful. It is absolutely pelting with rain. I will get absolutely soaked. There's no avoiding it. And yeah, I'm a little nervous just because I don't know anyone there. I reckon that the vibes will be, again, more of like a retirement age vibe. There's nothing wrong with that. If anything, it just makes me feel like I'll be really out of place. What is the absolute worst that can happen? And the worst that can happen is I go there and I feel mildly uncomfortable or a bit embarrassed. That's fine. If you come back and you hated it, you don't have to go ever again. Like, it's 1 hour of your life, and yeah, if you're uncomfortable for an hour, that's okay. There are worse things than being a little uncomfortable, but you will never know unless you push yourself through things and through a bit of discomfort. I think I'm working myself up and talking myself into going. Anyway, that's that. I will let you know if I do decide to go line dancing. Hi. Hi, baby. You okay? Goose knows when I'm leaving. I am going to line dancing. Why not? Let's give it a go. I'd rather regret going than regret not going. So, didn't know what to wear for the line dancing class. Are people going to be going in cowboy boots? I don't know. The line dancing classes that I've been to in the past, genuinely people did dress up and wear like cowboy boots or kind of like Western inspired outfits. Some people dressed for fitness, but that was more of I feel like a social kind of class, like a fun activity type thing. I do think this is going to be older ladies doing exercise, so I've gone with an exercise outfit because I'm not walking down there in cowboy boots to find out I'm wrong. And I've got long sleeves because if it is a bunch of old dears, I don't need to draw any more attention with the tattoos because they always do. So yeah, let's get ready and go line dancing. I probably won't film anything because I'm not going to film myself walking down there because truly it is absolutely insane outside, and I'm obviously not going to film the class. So I will catch up with you when I am back. Beginners line dancing class, my ass. That was not a beginner's class. It was basically what I expected it to be, which was entirely like a social for the older generation, which is fine, that's what I was expecting it to be. What I wasn't expecting, that given that they had marked the 11 o'clock class and the 12 o'clock class as beginners and the 1 o'clock class as improvers, I went to 12 o'clock because it was like the latest possible time I could go that was still a beginner's class. I just burst into it. Like, I tell you, most of the dances, one of them they taught, most of them they were like, you remember this one, it's ball change, chassé, like da 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 da. All good, let's go. That was quite a class. I enjoyed it, and to be fair, I will also say they were actually very friendly and welcoming. Literally, like, a few of the ladies like talked to me and were like, oh, you come in here because if you're here, like, when we turn you can still watch me and stuff, which was really nice. And then this other lady was like, oh, my granddaughter normally comes, she's 17, she just isn't here this week. And I was like, because I was like, oh, I'm a little bit older than 17, but I think it was very sweet. They were very welcoming, and it was like a good vibe. And as I said, I wasn't really there for like intense exercise, obviously. I was there to just like have some fun, get some movement in. I will say, and I'm proud of myself, when I walked into the building and seen the class that was finishing through the doors and just seen the whole, like, it was full, as I said, they were all socializing, and like it was quite clearly just like, I am the absolute odd one out here. I genuinely was like, I might just turn and leave. Like, I genuinely got there and thought I could just leave right now, to be honest. Like, you know how just that like 5-10 minutes of trying to go somewhere new and be in the space, and like you're always staring at your phone while you're waiting for stuff, but also it's just so awkward. So I genuinely considered just walking right back out, but I didn't, and then I ended up having fun at it. I'm not sure if I'll go back. Literally at the end, the like wheelbase were like, are you coming back next week? And I was like, like, they caught me a bit off guard because I wasn't even necessarily meaning to be rude, like, I'm not sure if I'm coming because I didn't enjoy it. I'm more like, I wouldn't normally be free at this time, and I don't know. I was like, maybe. And it was fun, and I'm glad I went. Do you know, it's just good to try different things and to push yourself out your comfort zone. And I like line dancing, and thank God I've been to the one at Maggie's, because at the very minimum, I knew the names for some of the steps when they're like, this is a grapevine. I think that made it a little easier for me to keep up. But yeah, again, those retirees were running rings around me. The weather is still insane. It's raining constantly. The wind is practically knocking me off my feet. So when I got back from line dancing, I just picked up Goose's lead, since I was like, my jacket and everything was soaking anyway. So I was like, let's get your walk in. So got his walk in. Had to give him a hose down in the garden because even though he was wet, anyway, his entire like stomach and paws and legs were like black with muck just because it's so mucky and wet outside. So I feel like I've actually had a really tiring couple of hours logged out at work because I went to line dancing, then I've came back, I've walked him, and then I've had to hose him and like towel him down. So it is same routine as yesterday. I've got my sushi, this is the teriyaki salmon dragon rolls, and I'm going to log back into work and just eat my lunch while I'm working. But yeah, what a morning I've been having after not, again, expecting to do too much. So let's continue with the rest of our day. Hello, it is much later than the last time I was updating. Don't speak too quick when you say a day is going to be easy, because it will come back to bite you on the ass. Not gonna lie, it's been a tough afternoon. Some sort of problems and stuff have come up at work, and it's been a bit frustrating, bit disheartening. Yeah, just all around stressful, not great. I'm trying to treat this as the first sort of opportunity in 2026 to challenge myself, not to let this impact me in an overly emotional way. Like, it's not that deep, it's not that big of an issue, and yeah, work isn't worth like crying about and taking it into your free time and things, and it's incredibly hard not to do at times. This is one of those times where I feel like I have been having a good week. It's only Tuesday, but it had been going well so far, and this has kind of knocked me off my feet a bit, and I was already expecting tomorrow to be a busier day. I have a feeling I'm going to come up against my own emotions tomorrow as well. Like, I'm going to be dealing with a lot of my own personal, maybe like stress and anxiety going into it. So yeah, I get to pick how I respond to this, and I'm going to try and choose to not let it drag me down. Hello. It's been a bit. It is Wednesday night. I haven't really picked up the camera at all today. Work just got a bit crazy last night, and I kind of stayed on late to kind of work on things, and like had a very short evening, which I think I took a couple of clips of, and that kind of led into today. And today I was already preempting was going to be a little bit difficult, and it was pretty busy and pretty challenging. That's why I've not bothered filming anything, because yeah, I just had quite a challenging day, to be honest. Obviously, like, Monday was great, and Tuesday, even for like a good portion of it, I was out of work. Like, I was away at line dancing class, I was having fun, but that's just the nature of it. Sometimes is some days you have loads of flexibility and loads of free time, and that's balanced out by days that aren't so good. So yeah, today I've pretty much just worked all day, and then we also didn't have any food in the house or anything, so we had to nip out to Lidl. I wouldn't say I'm in like a great mood tonight. I've literally like finished work, had dinner, and I was lying on the couch and I was like, I really don't want to wash my hair, but I really needed to. Yeah, not, feeling amazing. I think that some days are just like that, and I'm probably feeling a little anxious about tomorrow, but I'm sure it'll be fine. But for now, I'm glad that I've had a little shower and like washed my hair. I'm unfortunately gonna have to dry it now, even though I would prefer to just go to bed. But yeah, I thought I would at least check in so I have something to say of Wednesday, but this has been Wednesday. After I do this, I'm just gonna dry my hair, and then I think I'm gonna read a book in bed. So yeah, not so exciting today, and hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit better. But yeah, I guess that's all I've got to say, so good night. Good morning, it's Thursday. I've just woke up, it's about 8 o'clock, so I've had a bit of a lie-in, but honestly, like, the last 2 days have just been a lot of work, so I'm happy to let myself have like a little bit of a later lie-in. So I'm gonna go make some breakfast really quick, and I haven't had a cup of tea this morning, but we're probably gonna end up moving straight to coffee as soon as I have my breakfast. But yeah, as I said, it's been a kind of slightly busier, more stressful couple of days at work. Hopefully today's a little bit easier, and we'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I did have a social after work that I was considering going to, and I don't want to be like subject to what's going on at work and be like, oh, not doing like fun things, because you need to make time for those outside of work, but I have to travel quite far to it, so we'll see. I'm gonna see how the day goes. and just take it from there. But yeah, let's go get some breakfast and get started with the day. This is breakfast, which is pretty much the same every morning. It is porridge with flaxseed, chia seeds, honey, and some blueberries and raspberries. Hello, it is lunchtime and I thought I'd do a wee check-in. I have just logged out. It's been quite a busy morning, a lot of meetings and a lot of work, trying to keep myself like at quite a low stress level and not get worked up about things, because yeah, I just feel like the last couple of days have not been great on that front. That in mind, I'm logged out now because I actually have a therapy session over lunch. I've been doing this for a few months now, and I'm genuinely finding it really helpful. It's something I thought about doing probably for like the last couple of years. Like, I do sort of believe everyone should go to therapy or counselling or whatever you want to call it. I think it's good for all of us, no matter if you are really particularly struggling with something or challenges, or whether you just want to go just to almost stay on top of your mental health. I think there's nothing wrong with, you know, talking about how you're feeling, processing things. I tend to process things a lot more by writing. Like, I do a lot of journaling, and I think that helps me stay on top of what's happening with me. So yeah, I have my counselling therapy session, whatever, in about 5-10 minutes, and that's kind of my lunch break, to be honest, because I do want to get back to work and get on with stuff. But I'll try and take a small break to have some food just before I go back to work. So yeah, that's what I'm doing just now. Let's go talk about our feelings. That is me out of my counselling session. It was really good. And yeah, I'm now going to go to doing it every 2 weeks. So I feel like I'm graduating counselling. I've now just made myself some avocado toast with balsamic glaze on it, and I'm going to watch a little video on my iPad and eat my lunch and then get logged back into work. So yeah, I think today is going a lot better than the last couple of days have gone. So thank God for that. It's after work now. It's Thursday night, and obviously I'm in the car. I decided not to go to the social that I was potentially considering going to. No particular reason. It's literally just been like kind of a busy week and kind of like a lot going on. And do you know what? Like, I had to travel quite far to get to it, and I was just like, do you know what? No. Like, they're doing it monthly. I'll pick a different month to go, because I just think, no, I needed a break tonight. So what we're doing instead is gonna have a little date night, a little like in the house date night, because we are going on like an out the house date night tomorrow to the ice hockey. So we would have got our proper big date night at minimum this month, but it works out quite well because Nathan had a social as well tonight, a virtual one that is being cancelled. So we're gonna have a little indoor date night, back to back, date night tonight, date night tomorrow. But tonight is just super casual. But what we've decided to do is we needed to jump out anyway and see if we can get a prescription picked up from the vets for Goose. So given that we kind of wanted to get that done tonight, we've jumped out in the car. We're going to go there, and then we're going to go to, there's a Morrison's that apparently has a craft beer fridge in it. I've never been to it. It's kind of out the way for us, and we don't really shop at Morrison's, but Nathan's seen it once, so we thought we'll go grab some nice beers. Hopefully it's still there, and then I think we'll probably play a board game tonight, if we have the energy. I think that's one of the hardest things about doing stuff after work, is you feel so tired and so demotivated that you don't want to do anything. But I think if you push through, you do usually end up like enjoying yourself and having fun. And board games is like a hobby that we love and that we just don't do enough. Back when we lived in our old flat, that was closer to Glasgow, we actually used to go to a board game club and like just meet other people and play board games on, I think it was a Monday night, and it was really good. And the thing is that you would sign up for that like a week beforehand. You would be assigned a game, and then, you know, without fail, every time we would get to the Monday of it, and I would be like, I don't want to go, I'm so tired, and you'd be having dinner thinking, I wish I hadn't signed up. And the only thing that really kept us going was because you had signed up and like you were assigned to a game, and it would kind of ruin the game for other people if you didn't go. And that was brilliant. That was brilliant accountability, because it forced us to go, because we weren't going to be like arseholes about it and miss it because we just couldn't be arsed. And every time we were like, go to it, have so much fun, and then be like, I'm so glad I did that. So it's trying to find a way to like create that accountability when you don't have something, you know, external, like a group that you're going to or this or that. So we do want to try and do more like board game nights as like a little date night in the middle of the week. So yeah, Thursday night, I'm sitting in the car while Nathan jumps into the vets, and hopefully they give us this prescription, because technically said pick it up by 4:30, and it is after 5:30, but we know they're open till 7, so we're really hoping that they will give us it, because we can't pick it up tomorrow, which is Friday, meaning we won't be able to get it till Monday if we can't get it tonight. So yeah, pick up the prescription, and then we will go and find this Morrison's, this beer fridge. So come enjoy date night with us.
Hey,
Got the drugs
got the anti-nausea pills.
for Goosey Boy. Go find this beer fridge that I don't believe exists, but
It exists.
let's go. We are back from Morrison's and we found the beer fridge. So here is a little haul of what we got while dinner is cooking. So first of all, we have Brewdog, Counter Strike. We have West Brewery, Wild West, 6 North, Raspberry Beer. That's my 3. And then Nathan got Faith, which is a hazy pale ale from Northern Monk. Then he got Heathen, which is a hazy IPA from Northern Monk. It's very cool, contrasting. This one looks like an old man beer. Kirkstall Brewery Nectar Honey Pale Ale. Although Honey Pale Ale sounds nice. I'll be having a sip of that. And then St Ives Brewery Alora. I like the can on this one. We're gonna have dinner super quick, hopefully, because we're starving and also don't want to get tired. That's the biggest killer of doing anything after work, is getting tired and being like, oh, I can't be bothered. So dinner time, and then we will break out a board game and a beer or two. It's date night time. We are going to play Dice Hospital, which is a very good board game, and I can't be bothered explaining it any more than that. We played this at Drafts? Is that what it's called?
Yes, Drafts in London.
Drafts.
Waterloo.
Drafts, Waterloo. We've been to that one twice now.
Twice, but we've played 3 sessions.
But we've done 3 sessions, one of them because we were there. If you haven't been, it's a board game cafe in London where you can like play all the board games they have, and they also have like beers and food and stuff, and it's really good. So whenever we are in London together, we try to go there, and this is something that we played at one time that we went, and we really enjoyed it. So we tracked it down because they don't really sell it new anymore, and we ended up buying it second hand. So this is the game of choice. Nathan's gonna set it up and I am gonna get some beers ready. I'm getting the beers. Okay. Nathan said surprise him, so he is getting this one. And I am gonna have this, but I'm gonna put it in a glass because I like mine in a glass, and I put one in the freezer earlier so it'd be nice and cold. Actually, this is the glass that I got from Drafts, which is the board game cafe that we're talking about. But I love it when you take it out of the freezer and it goes that like frosty way. Cheers! And this is Nathan's. I had to turn off the harsh overhead lighting, so the lighting is really bad, but this is all the games we played. It is 10 o'clock, so we're gonna go to bed. And yeah, it was just a nice, fun little date night in the middle of the week, and thankfully tomorrow is Friday, so let's get this last day of the week done. It's snowing! It is Friday morning and it's snowing! How cute is that? It's Friday! Thank God we are finally at the end of the week. This has been a long week, I feel like. It has felt very tiring. Don't know if it's because I was filming it this week or it just, between everything that's gone on, it has felt like an incredibly long week. So thankfully, we are finally here, Friday morning. It is payday as well. If it looks like I'm wearing the same clothes as yesterday, mind your business. I am going to get properly ready later because I am really hoping to do a short day at work. So I want to do around a half day, all being well. The plans for today are I am going into town. Nathan has gone into the office today. He's taken the car and I am going to go meet him. We're going to go for some dinner and then we have tickets to an ice hockey game. So I'm really looking forward to that little date night outside the house. My brother is going to come over and watch Goosey Boy for us, and yeah, it's just going to be like a really nice evening. And I'm just going to get into work. I want to blast through some things so that I feel really good leaving work early, because I have the option to leave early, but it doesn't necessarily feel great if you feel like you're leaving a lot of stuff behind. So yeah, I want to just blast through work, hopefully finish up around lunchtime, take Goose a walk, then get myself ready for date night and start the weekend on a good note. So let's get going. Okay, so obviously absolutely nothing went right at all today. I did not finish work on time. I stayed on late. There were loads of problems. It was annoying. Goose got walked at the speed of an Olympian sprinter, so very sorry, Goose. Not gone as planned at all. I have about 15 minutes to get ready, drop the keys off at my brother's and get my ass on the train to get into town on time. So I don't even really have time for makeup. I'm also pissed I don't really have time to straighten my hair and it's kind of fluffy, so I'm panicking, I'm getting overwhelmed. Ignore this stupid hairband for my head. I bought this as part of like wedding stuff. Never used it for anything, and now it actually serves as kind of one of those like bands to keep your hair back. So that's what I'm doing. This is the outfit. Date night is happening in a Gymshark jumper and Ugg boots. Well, fake platform Uggs, but to be fair, I had planned to wear Uggs just because I've only been to the ice hockey once and I thought it was going to be really cold. And actually after a while when you're there, you really heat up, and the only thing that was really cold for me was my toes. So I really wanted to wear like warm boots for it, so that's why I've got those on. But everything else we're going casual. We hadn't really figured out where we were going for dinner. We talked about Dishoom because we've never been there, and I feel like we're just trying to think of something fancy or nice or different to go to for date night. At the moment I am feeling very overwhelmed and I don't really want to go anywhere super fancy, so I have texted Nathan to see if he fancies going to Shilling Brewery. We go to Shilling Brewery all the time, but we really like it. Good pizza, great beers. Nathan's driving so he can't drink tonight, but that means that it's all the more important that we go places that have like maybe a nice alcohol free option. So I have texted him to see if he wants to change plans and go to Shilling. I'm choking for a beer, so I will certainly be having one. But yeah, I just need to get myself ready and then try and chill out, because I'm in that zone where I have left, like everything is just manic, house is a mess, I feel like I'm leaving things in a mess, I've rushed out of work, so it's not the most relaxing start to a date night. And I don't want to take that energy with me. I don't want to be stressed when I'm there or like once I leave the house. So we're having a last 15-minute rush now to do the best we can, but then yeah, I don't want to get caught up in like, oh, I never got to get dressed up, or I never got to do my makeup properly, because do you know what, can't change it now. And yeah, once we're on date night, I want to be on date night and enjoying myself. Loving that my rosacea nose is coming out to play. That's brilliant, just noticed that. But yeah, what did I say? We were being positive. I'm just whacking this on to give me a bit of colour. I'm really not reaching for the stars here. I'm actually really looking forward to the hockey, because this is only the second time we've been, and the first time was like more of a let's try it and see if we like it, and we really did. We were right down at the glass last time, and that was really fun because we were like right up at the action when, you know, they're like bashing each other into the glass and fighting and stuff. But it also meant you were a little limited in seeing the full gameplay, because if they were down at a certain end of the rink, then you couldn't necessarily see what's happening. So I'm excited to see. I think we're like almost up the back this time. I'm excited to see if we enjoy it, where you can get more of like a proper view of the whole game as it's happening. But honestly, it was really fun. It's a great vibe. So it's a great date night, and I'm glad that, you know, we're going tonight. And that's why I don't want to ruin it for myself by getting overly stressed about like what I'm wearing or makeup or anything like that, because it's just made me fun. What a bloody week. It has been all over the place, and I don't know if it's like filming it has just made me more conscious of what's been going on, or it's just been that crazy. But yeah, it's been a week, innit? I was considering buying one of the woolly hats that they have, like the Glasgow Braehead clan hats, so I might wear a woolly hat and hopefully change it over at the venue. But oh, here it is. This is the hat I'm thinking. And you haven't done your hair, try and do this and act like it's like a snowboarding casual vibe. I'm gonna stop filming now because I think I literally do have like 5 minutes, and I'm gonna get myself out the door.